We'll be broadcasting from Radio Row tomorrow. Now, speaking of Radio Row, our next guest is joining us live from there, as he's the winner of America's Got Talent Season 2. He's from Dallas. And Terry Fator joins you now here on 105 to the Fan, a famous ventriloquist. Also does impersonations out there. And thanks for joining us, Terry. How the hell are you doing today?
So good. And, you know, I know most people listening never thought they would hear the word famous and ventriloquist in the same sentence. It's not a typical thing that people are famous for. But thanks to America's Got Talent, I can say I am a famous ventriloquist.
Hey.
So it's wonderful.
Well, we've got a kick out of your work over the years. We're so proud that you are from Dallas. And I love the ventriloquist work, man. I think, you know, it's a tough one. And maybe it can be a lost art at times, but you're killing it with it, man.
Well, thank you. And that's a lot of practice. You have to love what you do.
And you also have to have the turtle.
Oh, this is Winston the impersonating turtle.
I just thought I'd join.
Right.
I was going to ask you where Winston is. Now, you can watch Terry and Winston at 105thefan.com, Twitch, and YouTube. Looks like Radio Row's pretty sick. That's the first shot I've seen of it behind you here on this webcam, Terry. Looks like they got it set up pretty good.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. I mean, you walk around and there's so many little booths set up.
But they all need me on it.
Right. Well, Winston is he's very popular.
Yeah, much more popular than Terry.
So is Winston from Dallas as well?
No, actually, I'm from a pond in L.A.
Well, that's kind of true. My story is that when I went on America's Got Talent, they would not let me use a Kermit the Frog puppet. The Muppets wouldn't because it's trademarked. And so I was wandering around in Hollywood and there's this pond and this turtle popped up and I said, "Can you do an impression of Kermit the Frog?"
And I said,
"Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here."
Right. So that's how I met Winston. That's the official story.
Right.
Now,
it's not true though.
Winston, that's a hell of a Kermit the Frog you got there. Terry, you do impersonations as well, or do I call them impressions or impersonations?
They're both is fine, but I really do. I focus on impressions of singers. I can do a few cartoon voices. I can do
Yeah, I'm Eric Cartman.
That kind of thing. So I can do Eric Cartman. I can do some voices from South Park. Some cartoon voices, but really what I focus on is I do impressions of singers. So I can do like Pavarotti, Bocelli, I can do Justin Bieber, Elvis Presley. In fact, you did Roy Orbison, Crying Over You. Right. So that's what we do is we do impressions of singers in the show.
So, and you have a regular show there in Vegas, right?
I do, yes. I'm at the New York Hotel and Casino all the time. I do 4 to 5 days a week there, usually in the week, and then I take my weekends and tour. We just got back from Fort Pierce, Fort Pierce, Florida?
Right. Yeah, Fort Pierce. Yeah, that was it.
Right.
It's Terry Fator here with you, winner of America's Got Talent Season 2. We're hoping that one of these days we show up on a Radio Row and the Cowboys are actually playing. Terry.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, my dream. I was so hoping the Cowboys would go to the Super Bowl because it's like, oh, I'm in Vegas. And, and of course, now that I live in Vegas, I got to be a fan of the Raiders because they're our hometown team. But I always tell people, listen, if the Cowboys are playing the Raiders, I'm rooting for the Cowboys because I was born and raised in Dallas.
So who do you get asked to do the most out of your impressions when it comes to these singers? What's probably the number one request?
Definitely Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I do it? Yeah. She's out of my life. She's out of my life.
I wish I could sing like that.
What an impressive turtle, dude. So
Winston's a badass.
Yeah, Winston is a stud. So when you're coming up in the, aspiring ventriloquist game, how does that play with the ladies, Terry?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. The reason Terry got into the ventriloquism is he wanted to get laid.
Well, come on. That's not true.
Yeah, they say that he has a highly trained tongue.
I can't believe you just said that.
But his lips don't move enough.
All right, stop it. Stop those jokes. But, people don't get into ventriloquism to get the chicks. Let me put it that way. I just fell in love with the art. I love puppets. I love the art of creating making an inanimate object seem like it's talking. And it's just been a passion. I'm a huge fan of the Muppets, and that's really how I learned how to maneuver puppet.
Wait, you work with puppets?
I do.
I love puppets.
Well, of course you do. You're one.
I am?
Yeah.
Oh, we learned something new every day.
Hey, Winston, I wanted to ask you a question about what you felt like with the Cowboys season, and how it went, and not having playoff success. Are you a disappointed fan in that way?
Well, no, I mean, I'm a Cowboy fan.
Well, I didn't know you were a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, I am. I even love from Hollywood. I love the Cowboys.
Well, I've learned through the years, especially being a Cowboy fan, that you just can't get too disappointed because otherwise you're going to be disappointed almost every year. So I just love the team. I love the game. I love the sport. I always hope they win. If they don't, I don't take it too personally. I don't get too upset about it. I just say, well, hopefully next year. That's just, I don't let it. And plus I'm too busy to really spend a lot of time mourning over a game. So I don't spend a lot of time. But I do love my Cowboys, and I root for them every year.
Yeah.
Great
They just need a
strategy.
turtle on their team, and then they would win.
Well, they'd work for me.
We'll take you, Winston. Hey, maybe you can play some linebacker. The Cowboys certainly need that. Now, Terry, as we get ready to take our flight to Vegas after the show today, as that's your home base, what advice do you have for us? Anywhere that we need to go? Any tips you can give us?
Yes, there's a lot that you can do, but I will tell you this. You can go to the Golden Steer, which is off of Sahara Avenue near Las Vegas Boulevard. It's in the north end of town. It is the legendary, the oldest steakhouse in Las Vegas, best steak. I'm not kidding, but one of the best steaks you're going to get anywhere in the country. And there is a Terry Fator table, so you can request the Terry Fator table. All the Las Vegas legends, and they apparently consider me a Las Vegas legend, but we're talking like Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, Elvis Presley, all have tables there.
And Terry Fator. There should be a Winston table.
There should be, but there's not.
Yeah. I could do this without you.
I know you could, but thank you for staying with me.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Terry, Winston, thank you so much. We'll send the Tolos to go see you guys at the New York, right?
Yes, New York, Hotel and Casino. We do shows through Wednesday this week, and then, of course, next week again. I'm there all the time, so come and see me.
All right. We hope to see you there, Terry. Have a great afternoon. Cheers, Winston. See you, buddy.
Thank you.
Goodbye.